So I want to spend a few minutes talking about FoundationCenter, which is also an online tool, and it can be very expensive, like the FoundationSearch.com tool. But it also can be used free, and they have what used to be called cooperating collections around the country. So if you happen to be near one of those, then it's a good thing. So let me see if I can pull up the page here. So this is the FoundationCenter.org, and they offer lots and lots of information that is helpful, including how you look at a 990 and just all sorts of stuff. But they do offer kind of a low-level free look at foundations. So if you want to find a funder, you can click that. But basically, this is the information. So I put in Crane in Texas. That was what we learned about Longview, is that the Crane Foundation was in Longview. So I'm going to hit enter on that, and it found the Crane Foundation in Longview, and so I can click on that. And at the free level, it's just giving, this sort of thing, but at least it says the sorts of stuff that they're interested in studying. So this might be a first step, and of course I would be also looking to see if the Crane Foundation had their own website. But you can get just a kind of a thumbnail sketch of who they are and how large they are through the Foundation directory. You can also, for free, look up 990s, and so I'm going to put Crane, and I'm going to put Crane as the grant. I'm going to say 2013 because I'm not sure they have 2014 in there just yet. And here are different Crane scholarships and foundations. The one that I want is this one here from Texas. And so this is what a 990 looks like if you haven't seen one. The first part of it's kind of their balance sheet. What did they start the year with? How much did they give away? And how much do they have left at the end of the year? And so, the more that you become familiar with the first couple of pages, the more you have if you can't find a source that kind of summarizes things for you, then you can see like their total assets right here, $37 million in total assets. And then they had net assets or fund balance was close to 30 million. So that's the total net assets down here. Fund balance at the end of this year were 28 million. Another important area to look at is part 15. I'm looking for part 15. If they don't have a website to tell you stuff, look at their 990 and look at part 15, 10.5. Because this is the part that tells you, if there's any person you send this to, like if this box had been checked, that means they would only be giving to pre-selected charitable organizations. So no unsolicited request would be, can be given. So if that's not checked, so this is a viable option. And then for these other things, like who do you send it to and that sort of stuff, is there a form? They say look at statement 13, so you have to find statement 13. Usually those statements are down towards the bottom of the document. Here's statement 14, so we're looking for statement 13. Right here, statement 13. So you should send the proposal to Ann Lacey Crane, P.O. Box, and this is what they want in that proposal right here. So they're accepted any time. They only give to tax-exempt organizations, nonprofits, so you need to show that you're a nonprofit. So that's their answer, unless you hear something differently, like on a website, because a website might be more up to date. But this is what they were saying that they needed. So anyway, get familiar with 990s. Here again, if you can't find the information any other way, from the 2013 990, these were the directors and what role they played, and whether they got any compensation for doing it. And all these people got no compensation for doing it. Frank was the president, got really no compensation. And then statement 14 down here were all the different gifts that they gave and how much and to whom that they gave to in 2013. So you can look through that and see, well, gave to the Gladewater Fire Department, so they might want to give to my organization or whatever. So anyway, that's a quick look at FoundationCenter. Oh, one more thing I want to say about FoundationCenter.org is there are what they used to call cooperative programs. Locations. We're going to come down here to Funding Information Network, and they have a bunch of 150 in the Americas. Put in Texas. Bet you we can narrow the search down. Coming down here, San Angelo, Wichita Falls, Lubbock, Forest Hill, Temple, Austin, Arlington. I think there'd be more than that. There's one in Longview and there's one in Tyler. So Longview is at the public library, so they have information from the FoundationCenter.org at the public library, and you can use their computers to do more searching. And also at the United Way of Tyler in Smith County, they have a collection there, and you can use those computers to do more searching. But anyway, if you're outside of this area, look for the closest one. They can be very helpful. All right.